So I actually purchased this from Amazon. Package of 4, I think it was about $9 or $10. And the neat thing is it actually slides on the metal bar that actually holds the headrest up, and then it locks into place, which is kind of cool. That way it doesn't come off, and it doesn't vibrate because it has this greenish yellow silicone material. Now the FJ is great for off-road, but some of us do use it as an everyday driver. I know I do. And of course some of us have uniforms or suits or something like that and can't always just throw it in the back. So I needed something to hang something like that on, something that would hold a normal size hanger, not a little thin wire hanger, and I came up with these here. Alright, so I have an 07 FJ, and with the exception of way back there in the ceiling, that's the only hook I have. Well, I have the FJ Toyota cover behind the rear seat, so that's not going to really do anything for me. Not to mention, I don't like to have to walk out of the vehicle anyway to get to one of the coat hangers that's all the way in the back. So I needed something I could put behind the seat, and that's where these little guys came in handy. You know, they're pretty sturdy, they can hold quite a bit, and again, if you go shopping in a little plastic bag, you can hang it on there too if you don't want it sliding all over the floor. Or for me, like I said, it's good for I can actually put a hanger on. So they don't look too bad. At least they're the same color as the FJ. And like I said, they wrap all the way around, and they actually have that locking cover and stuff on, which is pretty cool. The other thing I purchased at the same time, this is about $70. It's good for about 750 crank amps. There's some of the specifications on it there. This one's pretty simple. It doesn't have anything to turn on or off, except that button if you want to mess with the flashlight. And then it has a larger connector here that actually fits right into here. It's got a nice little rubber cover on it and stuff too. So basically with this unit here, of course it doesn't weigh anything, and it's good to have as a backup for jumping. And you always start at the unit. So to hook it up according to the directions, you plug it in first, and then you hook these up to the battery. When you're done jumping, you unplug it first and disconnect it from the battery. That's just in the book, and it's in there for a reason, so that's the way I'm going to go ahead and stick with it. It's got this nice little case. Now I can throw it in the back. I'm one of the good guys, the good Samaritan guys, that likes to help people out. And if somebody waves me down for a jump or something like that, I usually pull over. I do have some heavy-duty, expensive jumper cables, but what I found is you got the people that say, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, and then you hook it up and, oh, my car's all started. As soon as that car started, now they don't care about your jumper cables, your battery, your vehicle. They pull them off, they hold it with one hand, they what do you call it, they actually connect together, they arc and spark, and every time it does it, it's actually decreasing the life of your battery. So I thought, you know what, the heck with that. I'm going to go ahead and use my jumper cables as an absolute backup, but meantime, well, I'll use these. Again, this will be nice and something that I can do to connect and disconnect, and not have the person asking for help be involved in this in any way, except for starting their car. Actually, I got one for my wife, but I like this so much I had to get one for myself. I bought one years ago for my motorcycles, and what I do is if I'm going to take this bike, I throw it in there. It's a different company, and there it is, DB Power. It's a bit more involved. It's got a bunch of little switches on it, and it does a lot more, but I needed something basic just for jumping, so I went ahead and purchased this. Anyway, it's just one of those things that's nice to have, so I don't always have to rely on my battery. Plus, it's got a little charging port. It's got a little charging port right there. A couple different outputs, and that allows you to actually charge your phone or something like that if you need a nice little battery backup. Always cool to throw in the back of the FJ. Anyway, that's it for this one here. Next video, I'm going to talk about these, some tow recovery points.